Hello friends, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer. And today, I'm going to be playing things just a little bit different. We're going to be playing Ocarina of Time Randomizer as a Triforce Hunt. Now, I saw this as an option that you could toggle when I was setting up the seed last time, and I'm thinking, you know what, once I finish the other seeds, I want to hop back here and I want to play a Triforce Hunt, because this just sounds like a lot of fun. There's a couple of intricacies to a Triforce Hunt that are different than a regular randomizer, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to experience and enjoy those as I'm playing. So I'll get into what a Triforce Hunt is specifically once I start up the game here, but I just wanted to let you guys know, between the last randomizer seed I did and this one, I did a quick option change, specifically with regards to some of the minigames. If you remember, I did struggle a little bit with the Gerudo Archery, the last randomizer seed I did. So I did a bit of a minigame speed up. So if I claim the 1500 point reward on the first try with Gerudo Archery, I can claim both rewards. And with Dawnpace Race, the first race is already done, so I just have to beat a second race in less than a minute, and I would be able to claim both rewards that way. Just kind of a light speed up, really. I still have to earn those rewards, but I can at least get them on the first try if I am lucky enough. But other than that, the game is essentially the same options that I had last time. So there's Key Sanity, there's Shop Sanity, and some of the tedious tasks are sped up, so I'm not wasting my time on doing all of them. And that way the flow of the game can just keep going. And just minor cosmetic changes too. I'm sure you'll see my my heads-up display will be in different colors too. I thought, hey, just experiment with some of the colors. But other than that, game's really the same as it was before. Well, excluding the fact that I am playing it as a Triforce Hunt. So, let's hope things are going to be nice and simple, nothing too complicated, or from what I'm hoping, anyways. Let's just get started up here. And I start with a Spirit Medallion. Okay. Now that's not actually going to matter too much in the long run, I hope. And I'll explain more once I start up here in a little bit. And as I'm sure you can see on the side of the screen there, I actually have a timer going now. So I don't have to edit in how long it takes me to do the seeds between each episode. Now you guys can actually see how long it's been taking me in every part, and I can have an accurate time when this is all over. Just kind of an additional quality of life thing. I thought, hey, you know what, be kind of fun. But I digress. I'm gonna get started here with the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer Triforce Hunt. In 3, 2, 1, start. So the game itself just plays out the same way as before. I see a lot of purple going on there in my display there. Okay, so what is a Triforce Hunt for anyone who doesn't know? So what I have done is I have placed in the item pool pieces of a Triforce. At the bottom of the well there. So it's essentially a glorified scavenger hunt like this. That's perfect timing. So how this works is the goal of the game now isn't to get the medallions necessary to get the boss key for Ganon's Tower and then go up and beat the game. No, this time the main goal is to collect the necessary number of Triforce pieces, which you can see in the bottom there says 20. So I'm aiming to collect 20 pieces of Triforce. And then once I've done that, the game is finished. I don't have to go and defeat Ganon, or Ganondorf even. All I have to do is just collect the Triforce pieces, and that is the goal of the game. So I'm already doing all right here. When you're setting up the world, you can actually customize how many Triforce pieces you would normally see when you play the game. I'm not sure if there is a, shall we say, standard number of pieces to set in a game. Like, you can have it as low as 1 or as high as 100. But from what I see, from some of the ones I've watched, because I just wanted to know some basic tips, The standard number is usually 20 pieces to collect, but there's 30 pieces hiding throughout Hyrule. Well, got one piece, but it's a little slow going so far. Okay. So, the Triforce pieces themselves, they can be hidden anywhere. One of the cool things is because there are so many pieces of Triforce, you don't necessarily have to go to every area in the game. And because they can be scattered anywhere, they literally can be at any place in the whole game. So one of the... Oh, I totally missed that. That way I won't get the 5 rupees if I jump across. Let me just get this aimed right here. Is this still going to give it? Nope, I failed. Where was my train of thought going again? Oh, that's a lot of songs. Let's see if they're reasonably priced. Oh wow, Bolero's cheap. The song If Starms. Okay, for any obvious ice trap, that's actually really funny. So yes, the main quirk so far is because I'm focused more on finding pieces of the Triforce as opposed to beating dungeons and collecting medallions. I'm more focused now on item exploration. So some items are now, like, one could say more important to find, like maybe finding like a long distance grab weapon or a long distance attack option like the slingshot, boomerang, bow, or hook shot would still be a good idea. But I don't necessarily need a lot of the, like, side items. Like, I could feasibly get through this without even finding, like, a magic upgrade or a strength upgrade, the ability to swim. I don't even need the light arrows in Triforce Hunt because I don't have to beat Ganon. And as most people would know, the light arrows are a necessary tool to beat Ganondorf and Ganon. And man, Navi's already exhausted, huh? It's always funny to see what sounds will come up. But because item exploration is of major importance now, like, I will be thinking, okay, how do I best get to places efficiently, as opposed to how do I beat dungeons efficiently? Because in theory, I may only have to go through a few dungeons. Oh, you got a bottle. Is that a Ruto letter bottle? Or... oh, that's a Ruto letter bottle and it's cheap. Okay, but I'm gonna get sticks for now. Just want to have some on hand. And I can go get more rupees after this. There we go. Gives me something to attack with right now anyways. Ruto's letter was 60. Okay. Oh, Gerudo membership. That's a good item. Okay, I would need a wallet for that. And I can get Deku Nuts too, so that's good. Quick visit to Malin over here. See if she has anything I could go for. What's the egg this time? Oh. Oh, wow. The Goron tunic is the exact colors. Well, it'll be funny to be wearing a green tunic and surviving lava if I have to turn into an adult. Okay, but I think rupees would be a good thing for me to get. But kind of just going back on the Triforce Hunt topic for a second, I'm sure most people would think, well, what's the... like, what kind of a challenge would this provide as opposed to, say, going through a regular randomizer, beating the dungeons, and going up to Ganon's Tower and defeating Ganondorf that way? And I could kind of see where you're coming from, but I would at least say to that point, the thing with Triforce Hunt is the concept means the games themselves don't necessarily last as long as a regular randomizer would. Like, if you recall, my randomizer that I played on this channel recently for Ocarina of Time lasted me just over 8 hours. And that was me going through, I think, a majority of the dungeons and trying to find a whole bunch of different items to actually get through the entirety of the game. But with a Triforce Hunt, I could feasibly finish this game in even half the time, because now I'm not looking for beating dungeons, I'm just looking for items. And that is... okay, that's way too expensive. Just give me some regulars. There, that'll help out in a little bit, I hope. Okay, so Deku Sticks and Deku Nuts. There we go. So because Triforce Hunts are a lot quicker, it's more feasible to be doing these more often for like lighter randomizer experiences. And even people could get together with the same seed. This kind of a quicker game is much more fun to race. So like you get a bunch of people together and be like, hey, let's see who can find 20 pieces really fast. And because there's so many different ways to go about it, in theory, like, there's no like real set path that you'd have to follow. Like if you were doing like, say, a 3 or 4 person race, like it'd be very likely that the players would all branch off to different areas because they think, oh, hey, maybe it's filled with more treasure. Or maybe it's like, oh, because it's filled with less treasure, I feel like if I got this first, it would give me an advantage as I'm racing. That should be good. I might get one more bridge jump. Okay. So if these kinds of randomizers get finished a lot quicker, if you think about it, it would mean that I could do more of these. So maybe these are like lighter randomizer experiences I could do in between some of the more serious ones I do moving forward. And I do still have plans to go back to doing like a regular look for the medallions and boss keys and whatnot type of randomizer for Ocarina of Time. But I want to kind of do this one on the interim. Just have some fun with a different form of randomizer for this game. And then after that, like I could be like, okay, how would I increase the difficulty? Because there are multiple ways you could increase the difficulty of these games to either increase the number of things that get randomized, therefore meaning more things have to get checked. You can increase damage, you could make all the dungeons Master Quest, which that would be a whole lot of fun. I'd say for like every one time I've done a Master Quest dungeon, I've done the originals like 10 times, so I'm very unfamiliar with most of the Master Quest dungeons. So turning those into a randomizer would be painfully fun. But that would be just a little bit in the future. Try not to get hit here since I am still under double damage. And these things are still affordable. Oh, that's good. Dodge that. Now give me your items. And look at that. The ice traps already start. Yes, I did not change the ice trap frequency, so I could still, in theory, see about like 20 to 30 ice traps like I did last time. Oh, that will be a lot of fun. Alright. Try to get some Skulltulas here while I can. I know I skipped the ones in the market, but I can get those while I'm coming back. Okay. 2 tokens down. I think if I heard that right, that's the Hyrule Field theme as the enemy theme this time, so... I guess I'll be able to experience Hyrule Field in the day. Okay. You're gonna be... Oops. Okay. Well, at least I know I can look up. There we go. That's just a stick. So it's either a regular stick or an upgrade, and I don't really need that per se, because as long as I know where I can find sticks for 10 rupees in the shops, as long as I keep a stock of them going, I'll be okay. Alright, but I'm not death warping out here like I did last time. I will just kind of practice my back walking and side hopping. go. Oop, just about hit it. And I had a Gwei follow me the whole time. That's kind of impressive. Alright, next on my usual stop, I think Gerudo Valley is going to get a little visit. Now, the frequency of finding the Triforce pieces, like, just because I may have found very few right off the bat, or I could have, in theory, found like 5 of them right off the bat, like, don't think that means it's going to be that way for the whole game. Like, there's going to be points where I'm busy trying to find one piece for probably like 30 minutes, and then maybe I'll find like 3 pieces within 10 minutes at some point. Because there are 30 pieces hiding amongst Hyrule, and it's not like I have to go to every single location. Like, I could probably get through with only visiting like 3 or 4. Oops, didn't get the back walk going there. I could probably visit like 3 or 4 dungeons and not have to visit any more after that, because like it's just the frequency of finding the items. Now, if I wanted to, I could have set it up where the number of pieces that I put into the world is the exact number of pieces I'd have to find, but I might save that down the road as a bit of an extra challenge. Like, I'd even love to try someday, if I was doing Triforce Hunts, set it up so that there's just like one piece of a Triforce hiding in Hyrule. Nope, don't want that. Come on, give me... Ow. Well, I'm trying to think, does that mean you'll float back up this way, or is it just because you don't have... It looked like it was down there. Oh, you're floating back to up here. Yep, you are floating back up. Yep. This is interesting. Okay, I've never actually paid attention to that, but I think I know how it works. I think the cuckoo just floats back to whatever solid land is nearby, depending on what direction it hits the water. Although I kind of wish you floated back up to my ledge. Alright, well. Go and visit the gravestone over here. But, yeah, getting back on what I was saying just a moment ago. Sometime I'd love to do a Triforce Hunt where, like, the number of pieces to find are actually, like, really few. Like, if we're going the craziest idea, I'd love to do it where it's just one piece, and it's just like, good luck, see who gets the most lucky. If we want to do it like the most thematically appropriate, putting 3 pieces of a Triforce into the world and then task the players with finding all 3. Hello, Requiem of Spirit. Oh, that's Prelude, don't need that. No. Oh, click the wrong button. There we go, don't need you. It's Requiem and Bolero that I've got. Never mind. But yeah, because then the 3 pieces could represent the Power, Wisdom, and Courage pieces. That middle one does not like selling me good items today. And just see how that would go from there. Yay, I found a hook shot. There. That's one of the main items I always want to look for. Okay. I'm not gonna take the warp back because there is one grotto I can at least get on my way up. And as long as I don't have bombs, then I have to play this a little bit more effectively. Although what I could do is, once I finish here, because I'm going to do child fishing, I could go back through Hyrule, back down Gerudo Valley. Oh, that's a Lens of Truth down there, possibly. Yeah, I could go up through Hyrule, get the one grotto I know I can get that's open, go back into Gerudo Valley, take the cuckoo down to the waterfall, Because at this rate, I'm just like, I really want to know what that is. Float back down to Lake Hylia, then take Kippora Gabora back to the market. There we go. And time to fish. Now, can I reach... First off, are you there? Yes. You gonna play nice? Nope, you're not gonna play nice with me at that angle. Alright, maybe if I go a little more over, because I think that was, this would put it in face view. Really? I swear you turned. Alright, I'll go to my usual spot. Now I'm fairly certain there is like 2 or 3 more fish in here that, oh, you're moving. There's 2 or 3 fish in here that meet the requirements to get the fish reward here, and I'm fairly certain I just got the one that I normally get. So we'll see how this works. Come on, play nice. Ah, it doesn't look big enough. 5 pounds. Nope, did not catch. Did you? Yes, you swam back. So please play nice. I want to catch you. And then hopefully not come back. There we go. It's kind of nice to not hear the enemy theme while trying to catch the fish. Just, it doesn't have to be as stressful. Alright, come on. Little more. Almost. Yeah, maybe if I keep pulling it towards land. There we go. That should be the 8-pounder that I need. Alright, let's hope that wasn't a huge waste of time. And please weigh it, and that was not a waste of time. So that's piece number 2. And now I'm out. So if I'm just doing some quick math in my head here, and I know this won't be absolute, but if I find 1 piece every 10 minutes, that should be about 3.5 to 3 3/4 hours. So that shouldn't be too bad. It'd be a huge fraction of time less than my original seed. Alright, well, 1 open grotto here, do a quick jump through a waterfall in Gerudo, come back, and take the Owl Express back up. Just really wish I had ways to speed things up. I mean, I could, in theory, have turned into an adult and done half this stuff already, but there are some things that I can only do as a child. And my line of logic is, when doing these, is do everything that you can as a child right away and then focus on what you can do as an adult. That's just my way of thinking it, and I'm sure someone who's much more well-versed in randomizers could probably say, like, hey, you could probably be a lot more efficient if you went and turned into an adult first and did this part. I'd be welcome to any advice if anyone wants to say so in the comments below. Because, you know, like, I enjoy playing a lot of these Zelda randomizers, but there's always something new to learn or to try as you play these games. Like, I know when I started watching other players play these games, because I really liked the concept of randomizers, so I went and watched a lot of people play it. And it's amazing how many individual techniques I've probably thought to try because watching them. Like, if maybe just having the timer is helping me to think like this, but just like if you have a long stretch where you can go backwards, backwalking is a good way to go. If you think about your plan ahead of time, you can figure out, like, oh, hey, if I get this, try this path. If I don't get a certain item, then go down a different path. But just to kind of see how your options go as you keep playing and keep learning. Alright. Can I hit? Oh, that's not going to get annoying in the slightest, but I am so happy I came back for a bomb bag. Oh, I wish I knew where there were some hearts, because I want to silence this sound right now. Come on, Link, hurry up. It's even funny how that gets muffled when I'm underwater. Now that I got the bombs, like, actually, this goes well into what I was saying before. Originally, I was going to go use Kapora Kapora and go back up that way to the market, because I didn't have bombs. Oh, that's good to get a little break there. But because I now have bombs, I can do some of the grottos. So I can spend some time doing it that way. Now, please give me some hearts. Thank you. I just need the one. That's better. Oh, I'm going to do everything in my power to not get hurt. Which is a big lie, because I know I'm going to take reckless damage coming up here soon. Okay. Okay, so there's the grotto in the center here. There's the bomb on the way to the P-Hat area. And then there's the boulder that's right by the market. Oops. Drop it. There we go. Alright, what's this Deku got for me? 10 rupees awards me with... Oh, Deku stick? That's... okay. That actually is a market fair trade. Okay. Alright. Alright. One threat goes to sleep, another threat wakes up. Right here. Okay. Thank you, free treasure chests. And, well, okay. If I get more hearts, I won't have to hear that sound. And, what would be faster? Yeah, probably going this way. Yeah, one interesting thing with Hyrule Field between Child Link and Adult Link, there's a fence that they normally have at around this part here. That's not present when you're a child. It's kind of weird. Makes me wonder why they had that in the first place. Like, maybe it was a fence for Epona to jump over if you just wanted to practice your jumping, but really, if you want your best practice of jumping, you go to the Gerudo Bridge. Or you have a Hyrule Field that actually has more to it. That's why I love Termina so much. Okay, but aim was good. Okay. Oh, really? That's where I kind of wish I had a shield so I could do some bomb dropping. Okay. Well, now that I'm hitting daytime over here, I can go do Kakariko Village in the daytime. And I can do a little scouting at the graveyard. See what happens. Oh, I just about have the next heart. Wow, that was kind of weird because of the enemy music being Hyrule, the Hyrule Field theme. I actually thought it had turned to morning, and the stall children had just jumped up and was like, "Hey, we don't like the moon. We're gonna party in the sun." And I'm just sitting there going, "What's wrong with you?" Okay, so I can do Anju's Cuckoos. I can do the grotto by the windmill. I can do some graveyard scouting. At least, yeah, so at least there's a handful of things I can do here. If I could be a little better with my time management, I probably could have set it up so that I could be back in Hyrule Market at nightfall. See what some of the nighttime items are. Okay. Thank you for extra heart piece. Alright. So a quick jump over here, and we'll see what this grotto has. Oh, almost got in the hole there. Right now, I'm just really hoping I can find either an ocarina or a wallet upgrade. Oh, but that's also good too. Piece number 3 of the Triforce. Alright, 3 down, 17 to go, and I am still on track with what I was saying before if I find a piece every 10 minutes. Now, if I could find the slingshot, at the very least, I could do the entirety of, well, actually, almost the entirety of the Deku Tree, which would give me an incentive to go back to Kokiri Forest. Oh, okay, so I have a reason to show up at the windmill once I turn into an adult. So I'm gonna save the hole in the house over there too. Go see what's in the graveyard over here. Since I'm here already, might as well check. And then, well, you know, I might turn into an adult right away. Okay, come on. I need to get better. I need to get better practice at this. Almost. Come on. Ah, too fast. There we go. And it's... I thought I saw it. I thought it was a Triforce piece. Yep, it's a Triforce piece. Okay, so I know the location of 2 other pieces. And fun fact, for anyone who has kept up with my Ocarina randomizers since the last one, I did a little testing, thanks to a tip I got from a friend of mine, when we were talking about being able to get that box in the Kakariko graveyard, because originally I thought the box itself was programmed to not have a hitbox associated with it through hookshot. But my friend was like, "Oh, you probably could do that," because I feel like I had done it before when I had played in games prior. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to give that a test run and see what happens. And much to my surprise, the box could be reached with a long shot. So when I found the long shot in the water temple last time, I could have actually beaten the seed a whole lot sooner. But I didn't know, but I learned as a result. So maybe if I find a long shot and not the magic beans, I'll know to show back up at the graveyard. Okay, well, I'm stocked up on rupees. So let's go and turn into an adult. Now, I still have it set so that I would need the Stone of Agony to be able to read Gossip Stone hints. Maybe in the future I will turn that part off, but I'm not sure if I said this last time, but I wanted to give the Stone of Agony an excuse to be used. Because really, the Stone of Agony itself, like, it wasn't necessarily as useful of an item. But it's still in the game anyway, so it's just essentially a useless item under normal circumstances. So I just wanted to say, hey, the Stone of Agony would get a use. Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do first, kind of my new favorite thing to do, is I'm gonna go visit Ganon's tower. Because there's the 4 Deku Scrubs, there's the 1 chest in Forest, there's the 1 chest in, or there's the 2 chests in the Water Trial. I think there might be a chest in the Shadow Trial I can get, just with the hook shot. I'm not sure. I'll take a look. And if I'm lucky enough with all 6 trials down, I could go and get the final chest of the game. But chances are that's probably not going to happen. Oh, the music's the original. Well, would you look at that? I don't have to technically do any of the trials. So, you know what I'm gonna do? Once I do all these other chests here. Gotcha. I'm gonna go get the 1 boss chest going up the tower. Alright, we are on track. Piece number 4. So, good reason that I came here. And we have a small key to the Forest Temple. Debatably good. Your item is... oh, just blue rupee. And your item? Small key to Water Temple. Okay. Well, okay. As long as I'm finding Triforce pieces, I'm doing things right. Okay. So I'm gonna go quickly visit the Shadow Trial here. I just want to see if that 1 chest is hook shot or long shot. And the chest... oh, I could probably do this with hookshot. Yes! And your item is... small key of water. Well, okay. It's not bad. I'm gonna reach. Please don't give me that sound again. Okay, I think I'm safe from the sound for a bit. As long as I don't take another hit. Alright, 2 freebie chests in the ice trail here. Number 1. Oh, thanks for the health back. That's where I really wish I had an empty bottle for some blue fire. And Epona song! Yeah! Okay. So once again, Ganon's tower is proving quite useful. Oops, I aimed that one terribly. Alright, 1 chest in the Forest Trial. This one's easy. Come on, just play nice. Come over here, spin around, and you're dead. Piece number 5? Well, okay, Din's Fire. If I do find magic, that at least means it's useful. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this point too. Totally slipped my mind while I was doing the introduction. When you're setting up Ocarina Randomizer seeds, what you can normally do is you can set it so that the locations in the game are... like, when it's planning out how it's doing its items, you can... oh, if I can just stop telling myself to mash. Okay, good, that was only 1 heart of damage. Come on, back up, jump slash, there we go. Let me just... play nice, there we go. There we go. Oops. There. So when you're setting up the seeds for the game, you can tell it how to distribute the items based on your ability to reach places. The normal way that I tend to play is I want to make it so that every location in the game is reachable, well, at one time or another. Gonna play nice. Oops. I ate that one. Yeah, trying to deal with Stalfos. I have some difficulties. Okay, well it does start me here. So you know what? I want to get that chest. I want to be able to say this chest was... Okay, that's not good. I want to be able to say this chest was gettable in a randomizer seed. But yeah, the way as I was saying, the way I normally play it is I want to make it so that all locations are normally reachable. So it will plan the items out in such a way so that eventually you would be able to collect every item. But the way I've done it in with Triforce Hunts, the pool of items only needs to factor in the Triforce pieces. So the way I've got it set... Oops, I was too late on that. You know what? It will probably take me way too much time. If I feel like it, I'll come back here with more hearts. Okay. But yeah, the game only has to factor in the locations of the however many Triforce pieces you're actually putting into the game. So the game, how it will structure it, and the way it's listed is what is called beatable only. So how it works is it places the 30 pieces in such a way, like, okay, maybe not the pieces themselves, but it figures out where it wants to place the 30 Triforce pieces. Then it figures out what items are specifically needed to get them, because it has to be able to plan out through its logic. How are you going to be able to find access to those 30 pieces of Triforce? So, like, if an item specifically needs the bow, well, then it has to make sure that at least one bow is accessible within its line of logic. That's a broad example, but that's the way it's normally done. So it figures out what items are absolutely necessary to get access to all 30 of the pieces of Triforce, although I only specifically need 20 to beat the game. And then once it's figured that out, every other item in the pool that was either of no consequence or is just not that important gets shuffled wherever it just ends up. But what can happen sometimes is the items, if an item is needed to access a location, but an item needed to access that location exists somewhere where you can't normally get it without it, it is essentially locked off. Or at the very least, if I somehow butchered myself saying that, just as an example, let's say if I was doing, what's a good one? I do need to get this. All right, let me just get my aim right here, and then I'll think of an example here. Oops. Do I have to roll jump off that? Oops. Okay, so I walked off that. Shouldn't be too hard. Ow, I had it. There we go. Little roll jump. And then I screw it up. Alright, let's not screw it up this time. And look at that. I'm 6 pieces in. Alright, now I'm making a little headway here, and I like this. Okay, so, let's say... okay, here's a good one. Din's Fire. So, normally you would need Din's Fire to access the Shadow Temple. Like, to even get in, you would need Din's Fire. So, because there is only one Din's Fire, there's not two Din's Fires and you just happen to find one. Like, there's only the one Din's Fire. If the Din's Fire ends up being placed in the Shadow Temple proper, well, you can't get the item needed to get in, so it's locked off. And by that logic, then that means because the Triforce pieces are set in a way where you have to be able to reach them, there would be no item in the Shadow Temple that would be necessary to beat the game. Oops, good thing I just stopped myself short there. So that's what I kind of meant when I said a seed is considered beatable only, as opposed to all locations accessible. So if I find myself in a situation where, like, if I was to say figure out that Din's Fire is in the Shadow Temple, then I would know I wouldn't have to visit the Shadow Temple at all because I couldn't even normally access it. Now, naturally, that can't be the case for everything in the game. Like, some things are just accessible by default. Like, say, the Deku Tree. Like, getting into the Deku Tree is just a guarantee, and I don't think I'm winning this race. I think I took too many hits. Death Warp! Yeah, the first two were accidental. That one was on purpose. Alright, so this would resurrect me with 3 hearts. And at least I can try the race again. So I'm just gonna shut up for a moment here and focus. Alright, at least I'm out of the woods on that one. Haha, you can't trick me with any more flames. I'm out of your reach. Alright, that went a lot smoother. As long as I don't angle myself too close to the edge here, I shouldn't fall off. Alright, that's a lot better. So you can see there, the chest is already there from the technical first race. And a free Hylian shield. That's good, I can do bomb drops now. And the hover boots! Okay, possibly useful for things later. And there we go, the usual warp out. But I am getting the heart that's down here because I need that voice to stop. Alright. Okay, well, 6 pieces of Triforce in and a few key items. That's pretty good. I guess Death Mountain would be a good place for me to go next. Since it is nighttime here, I can't look at any of the shops or talk to Anju. So I'm going to see what I can do while I'm going up Death Mountain here. I won't go into Dodongo's Cavern right off the bat. I want to go up to Goron City first, because I know there's a few things I can look for there. I even talk to young Link the Goron. And maybe get some good items from their treasuries. Okay, and your item up there is just a Deku shield. Okay, so not necessarily important. Alright, well, thank goodness I do have bombs, though. And I'm going to equip... Hey, look at that. I'm wearing the Kokiri tunic? Maybe. I'm not sure if this is the exact shade of green. But I'm also resistant to lava. Okay, well that does help. There is a shop coming up. Man, it's going to be so weird to be able to walk in lava rooms, but be wearing green. Alright, since I don't have a bow... Oh, I was so hoping. This is gonna be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully I don't waste too many bombs. Oh no, the sound again! This is probably the most annoying sound I've ever had be my 3-heart noise. Come on, talk to me. I need to have the sound stop. I almost want you to give me a heart piece. Alright. Got through all this text. Thank you so much! Oh, I'll take any excuse for a heart piece at this rate. Okay. Yes, Navi, I know you're tired too. Okay. So let's visit the shop. And you have... well, nothing really of value here, so I'm going to save my rupees. But I will go see what... Actually, I should probably do... Yeah, if I do some of the other things that I can do here in Goron City... you don't have a stick. Yeah, do some of the other things I can do here in Goron City, and then go backwards around the top of Death Mountain Summit. Nothing this way, right? So yeah, let's do that. It's a little more efficient. So I'll be able to get 2 chests in here, and I think I've got enough bombs to do just that. So yeah, there's 1 bomb here. Kind of get out of the way. I don't want to take too much damage like I did last time. So I should be left with 4 bombs. Okay. Yeah, the Gold Skull Tula that's normally here isn't here as an adult, so I can't break the box and get something. A couple extra bombs there. I like that. More health, yes! Need to avoid the sound. And I actually, after hearing the sound long enough, I just remembered what that sound is. If you manage to, in the House of Skulltula with the cursed Skulltula people, if you happen to find a way to strike their backside, that's the sound that they make. And I can't believe it took me that long to remember it, because I know I used to do that, just to be able to say that I could. There we go, better aim. Alright, 3 Deku Scrubs. Hopefully they have something nice. Just get you struck now before I get hit. Do not want to hear the sound. No. You ripped me off. Give me back 5 rupees. Okay, fire arrows are okay. Not sure how useful they'll be. I don't even have a bow or magic. And the Song of Time. Okay, that might help me in the future. Depending on if I go to the likes of Gerudo Training Ground or Spirit Temple. Alright. So what I'll do, I'll trigger the Lost Woods shortcut, because as we all know, breaking something 7 years in the future also breaks it in the past. And then I'll go backwards around Death Mountain Crater. Of course, free 20 rupees. How I love you so. Alright, thank you to the hover boots. What's the sound? It's the Goron boots! And Sheik gives me another heart container. Thank you so much. Oh, that's right. I have the hookshot too. Okay. Well, I can take my merry time here, so I can kind of scope out some items. What do we got up top there? That's a small key, so not necessarily important. Don't have the Megaton Hammer, so wouldn't even be able to think about visiting the Great Fairy. Alright. Didn't see what was in the wall, but I'll do that after I do the boulder here. Here we go. Alright. Something nice. Hey, piece number 7. Oh, I'm making good headway here. It's like a piece every 6 or 7 minutes. Alright, and what does the wall have? A boss key. Well, I might as well get it. Boss key of shadow. Ooh, that is probably going to be incredibly useless. Okay. Alright, well, I can go back down the mountain. Or do I want to go back through Goron City? Well, I mean, I may take a hit falling down a cliff here, but it's not like it's going to make too much of a difference. Oops. Well, at least I sidestepped away from a boulder. Okay. Well, at the very least, I dodged. Oh, I guess I can carry the rock falls with me a lot later. Huh, that's kind of cool, actually. I don't think I've ever carried a rock fall with me that far. Speaking of rockfall. Well, at the very least, I can beat the rock down. Alright. Well, now that I've arrived here in Dodongo's Cavern, I think it'd be a perfect time to take myself a small break. Because, like I think I've said before, I'd just like to be able to play for about an hour or so and then take myself a small break and just get up, stretch, stay hydrated, all that fun stuff. Just make sure I'm as healthy as I can get whilst I'm trying to play these games. So, gonna take myself a small break and then come back on the next episode for about another hour's worth of fun and adventure. And I hope you guys have been enjoying so far, because I know I've been. This is quite fun. Just a different mindset as opposed to other randomizers in these types of games. So yeah, I can definitely say I'd love to come back and do more of these in the future, and I haven't even finished the first. So hopefully we'll have a lot of fun with that, and hopefully we'll be able to continue having fun with this one, because I know I've certainly had quite a bit of laughs so far. So, to everyone who's been watching out there, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you guys have been enjoying so far. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.